Hi, this is Jill, and I am here to teach a short piece about Leave No Trace principle number 6, which is respect wildlife. And this particular activity has to do with how we pack our backpacks when going out on a trip, and especially in bear country. So that's what we're going to be primarily looking at today. And I'm here with Pooh Person, and he and I are reunited. I have not seen him since my wilderness first aid course back in March, where he had quite a few mishaps, and luckily I was able to save his life. And so today we are going to compare backpacks and see which one has a passing grade for use in black bear country. And I have a report card where we can score each pack in these different categories: packed meals, snacks, toiletries, safety, and an overall awareness. And so I'm going to take out individual items from each pack, and we'll look at the good or bad things about them and go from there. So we'll start with Pooh's pack, and let's see what he's got in here. So he's got lots of things just piled in here with no real organization to it. He's got snacks, honey stinger, and a big huge jar of peanut butter. And Pooh, were you going to just leave your pack by your tent with all this stuff in here? That's probably not a good idea, because even though this is a nice hard plastic container, bears are still going to be able to smell what's in here. So as far as snacks go, we're going to give this pack, I think, a big F. And then let's see, let's look at what's in this pack. So first off, this pack has an Ursack in it, and while Ursacks are not universally accepted in all areas where bears may be living, especially grizzly bears, I've found that they are fine in black bear country. And it's really helpful to know how to use these, because there is a specific way to cinch the top and then make the knot and then tie it to a tree. So it looks like this pack then has a dry bag to keep food and other items inside. So that right there is a really good way to carry food into the backcountry and bear country. So we'll give that pack an A for the moment. And then let's see what else Pooh has in here. So he's got a big old container of honey, and again, keeping this out in a pack in bear country is probably not a good idea. And then it looks like there's a dirty spoon that he's already used to scoop out the peanut butter and the honey, which sounds good, except that now we need to also protect the spoon from bears as well. So put that there. And then this pack has insect repellent, and this pack has hand sanitizer, and also it's got, I think, chapstick inside the Ursack. So that's a good way to store smelly items. And you know, Pooh even brought shampoo. So A, Pooh, I know you might want some luxuriously soft fur, but maybe on a backpacking trip you don't even need to bring shampoo because no one else has shampoo either. So we can all get dirty and grubby together. So then this pack has an op sack that's used for trash primarily. So that keeps used containers and items from smelling up over the course of a backpacking trip. And this pack here has just some wrappers and trash in the side pockets. And side pockets are always tricky because it's easy to leave things behind after going to bed at night. So I'm going to just go ahead and put that in the op sack. And then again, this pack has snacks and food in the sack. And maybe snacks are carried in a side pocket while out on the trail, but snacks not being eaten are kept in the sack at all times until needed. And then Pooh's got a big container of blackberries, and this is all well and good. And again, the plastic container keeps them from getting smashed, but one way to tell whether scat that you find on the trail is from bears is seeing the seeds of berries in it. So bears are obviously going to like blackberries. So Pooh, I'm not sure if that's a really good idea. And let's see what else here. Here he's got some Gatorade powder and a water bottle to put it in. Pooh, this is a really good idea. You definitely need to stay dehydrated on the trail, or stay hydrated on the trail. But with a really full bottle like this, trying to pour the powder in there, a lot of it'll just get caught up by the wind. So if you were to actually only fill this part of the way full, then you could put a big part of that powdered stick down in there and contain most of the powder into your bottle instead of having it blow away in the wind, and then that is attractive to wildlife as well. This pack has a toiletry kit, and in it there is a bag for carrying out used TP, and a little packet of tissues to use as TP, and also a trowel for digging a cat hole. And while bears may not be attracted to those kinds of scents necessarily, number two, poop takes so long to decompose, and if it's exposed, that will attract wildlife. So making sure to dig a cat hole pretty deep is a good idea. And so Pooh, you still have deodorant and toothpaste and a toothbrush in here. And so again, with the deodorant, maybe you don't need to bring it on a backpacking trip. And then brushing teeth, all of this kind of thing would need to be protected as well. And whether it's with an sack or a bear canister or hanging a food bag properly. And then when you're brushing your teeth, you want to spit out your toothpaste 200 feet well away from camp and well away from water sources. It's good to have some water to mix it in to dilute it a little bit. And then this pack also has a headlamp. And so one thing we would not want to do in bear country necessarily is night hike or hike at dawn. But things happen and maybe you get to camp late. You never know. So having a headlamp for safety is good, and that would alert animals around that you're coming. But if we were to see a bear, aside from Friendly Pooh here, if you're with other people, gather around close together and make as much noise and wave your arms and yell and that kind of thing. And one thing that this pack is missing is a whistle. So a whistle is another good safety item to have. And so when we compare these two packs, the pack number 2 with the packed meals gets an A, and as far as snacks too, because snacks were kept in the sack. Toiletries were kept in the URSAC as well, but not in the pack number 1. Let's see. Okay. And then safety, this pack had safety item and as far as the headlamp, but was missing a whistle, so we'll give that pack a B. And pack number 1 didn't have anything regarding safety. And then just general awareness. This pack was sort of looked like it was just stuffed at the very last minute to get out on the trip. And this one, there was some thought put into the types of items that were included. So overall, this pack gets an A for bear awareness, and this pack gets an F for bear awareness. And all of that relates to respecting wildlife, because a bear that gets habituated to human food or human smells ends up getting euthanized. So we want to keep the bears healthy and alive as long as possible. And that means making sure that they're not getting into our food and other items in our camp.